back to another reading. And if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Astra. I am an intuitive tarot reader and I do tarot readings here on my channel. Today I am going to be doing a solo reading for Kim Ji-won. I've been getting so many requests to do a solo reading on her, and so I decided to do a full-on reading for her when it comes to her current energy right now, and also looking into the next year, 2026. So I will be looking into her current energy, what can be 2026 looking for her, her career, and her love life as well in current time and in 2026. And just a disclaimer, you guys, I wanted to let you guys know that energy changes all the time. Right now I will be looking into how things can be looking for her, but definitely she can take certain decisions or certain things that can change things that I'm seeing right now. It's okay, you guys? So first, I'm going to be looking into Kim Ji-won's current energy. Let's take a look. How is Kim Ji-won doing right now? What is her current energy at the moment? What is Kim Ji-won's current energy at the moment? How is she doing? Alright, you guys. Alright, you guys. So when it comes to Kim Ji-won's current energy, I do see that there was a period maybe where she went into reflection with herself. She started reconsidering things that she actually values, things that she actually wants. And there are certain bonds and certain connections that she has kept close to her. She likes to keep her connections private and things private. But I do see that there was a situation where it caused her a lot of stress, a lot of anxiousness, a lot of trust that she has built into some people, or someone sort of let her down. And so I feel like she probably was in a period where she found it, hard to sort of move forward, and she was really into that thinking phase. And I can look more into that when I get into her love life part and her connections part. But I do see that she was in a down period sort of, and so that took her a while for her to reflect on things and reconsider things. And so I do feel like whatever happened to her sort of shooken her trust a bit when it comes to people, and when it comes to connections overall. But at the same time, I do feel like right now she is starting this new beginning. She really is going into this new phase, new beginning. I feel like maybe she can be starting something new when it comes to maybe a project or just her way that she views things. I feel like overall right now she's entering this new Kim Ji-won phase. And I feel like even though she had a hard time with whatever connections that she had, she still is open to giving her heart to someone. She still, is open to living those experiences. Those things that she experienced did not let her down in a way that she cannot experience things anymore or something like that. Those experiences only made her stronger. And so I feel like definitely she's stepping into this new chapter with curiosity and excitement, and fully ready to engage of what is coming next for her, whether it's a project or something else. She still does have some worries from the past, because she is going to be careful with how she maybe interacts in work, or when building connections. Definitely I feel like there is something that sort of scarred her trust a bit, and so she's definitely more careful right now, even when it comes to work. I feel like maybe there was a certain experience, and so right now she wants to be more careful with the way maybe she interacts or engages, okay? But I feel like she's definitely ready to learn. She is enthusiastic, and she definitely is walking confidently into a new beginning, okay? So I'm gonna do something new that I don't usually do here, but I am gonna be looking on overall how can things be looking for Kim Ji-won, okay? Like overall, what can 2026 be bringing her, okay? So let's take a look over here. How will the year 2026 be for Kim Ji-won? How will the year 2026 be for Kim Ji-won? Any aspects that can be meaningful for her? Anything overall that can be the focus of her 2026 year? Alright, I'm just gonna get a few cards over here. How will the year 2026 be for Kim Ji-won? Okay. You're very close to achieving a goal. Interesting. So you guys, when it comes to Kim Ji-won, it's so interesting. The first card I got here is the Six of Cups. So I feel like 2026 for her is going to be a year where she connects a lot maybe to her inner self. I feel like she will be drawn to fulfilling experiences, to things that she actually wants to do, things that, you know, she feels will make a change. Like, I don't feel like she is gonna want to get into anything when it comes to her career, when it comes to her love life, when it comes to overall. Like, I feel like she wants to get into things that are meaningful. She is gonna be careful with her choices, and you know, before choosing or going into anything, she's definitely gonna be weighing things before. And I do see that, you know, maybe she could be connected to some things from the past, maybe family, maybe things from the past. I feel like there is going to be a connection to her old self and to herself right now, all right? And I feel like she will focus more on herself as well, her self-care, what makes her happy. And, you know, I feel like she will be drawn to relationships or people that feel homely to her. Like I mentioned, I feel like there's a connection to home or family or something like that. And so I feel like even when it comes to her connections, she will be drawn to someone that makes her feel like she's at home. And something about Kim Ji-won as well is, even when I checked for her before, she doesn't really like to get into connections that are surface level. All the connections that she wants to get into are things that can develop long term. All right. And so I feel like she's definitely gonna go through a big powerful change and transformation this year with the death, and here with the expected powerful change. Definitely there is going to be a big change in 2026. Maybe a new version of herself, or maybe a career expansion, maybe more public recognition. I feel like she also will be even more emotionally mature than she already is. I feel like she's definitely going to build a lot of strength even when there is tough moments. And I feel like even when it comes to love, there can be a big turning point for her. So I do feel like there is definitely going to be a big growth for her. It can be a bit of a quiet transformation, but I feel like it's definitely going to be a significant growth period for her this year. Maybe she also is going to be close to achieving one of her goals, maybe something that she wanted to do for a while or wanted to start for a while. I feel like that she could definitely do that, okay? And I feel like also maybe there can be a bit change about the way that maybe she looks, or maybe either like she can change her hairstyle, maybe a look of hers, or do a certain fashion style. I feel like there is something regarding that. But overall, I do feel like it's gonna be a powerful and transformational year for her, okay? Now let's get into Kim Ji-won's career. Let's see, how is Kim Ji-won's career at the moment? Whoa. All right. Nice. All right, you guys. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but I'm getting the death a couple of times, and even when I checked for her 2026 year, I just feel like there is gonna be a new beginning of Kim Ji-won, and I feel like even when I checked her current energy, I sensed there might be something new starting for her. And so when it comes to her career right now, I do see there is a new beginning when it comes to a project specifically that right now she's working on, and I feel like she definitely is happy and excited for this new project that she's working on. It definitely is something that is exciting her, definitely feels like a new beginning, but at the same time I do feel like it's definitely something that she has to sort of study into or look into. Maybe the role that she is doing right now is something that she has to research about or put some sort of skills in. Like, it doesn't feel like a character that's simple. I feel like she definitely has to practice and learn more about her character. And something about Kim Ji-won is that she really puts a lot of hard work and effort when it comes to, I feel, her characters. I remember picking this before in one of the readings that I did for her, is that she definitely can be ready to do something out of her comfort zone just to get into character. You know, I feel like she definitely puts her heart and soul into the characters that she does, and she really cares the way that she portrays them. But I feel like even if she has a character that she has no clue about or something, she's definitely gonna go into deep research, maybe asking people she knows that are the same as the character to sort of get information about, you know, how she can portray this character the best that she could. All right. And so I feel like definitely she's definitely going to put a lot of skill into this character. There can be a bit of setbacks where maybe she feels that maybe she can do better, or she feels that she's not sure how to do something. But I feel like in the end, she is going to be able to connect with this character and be able to live this character as well, okay? At the same time, you guys, I feel like that there is a sense of her being careful, strategic, or even like guarded when it comes to her career moves. I feel like right now definitely she does have the sense of being careful of things that she does. And I feel like even when it comes to certain people, I feel like she is watching out for people that maybe have hidden agendas or want something out of her, or like overall, like, she's just like thinking critically about certain steps. Like I mentioned, I feel like there is something that hurt her trust, and so right now she is pretty careful maybe with the way that she interacts. And I feel like with this project, I feel like she also wants to connect maybe with her co-stars and all that, but there's also this sense of her being careful of maybe being way too close, or you know, something like that. I feel like there's a sense of her of really being careful, you guys, okay? But yeah, I feel like definitely she does have a lot of passion and ambition that is ready for this project right now, okay? So right now, let's take a look into how is her career gonna be for the year 2026. What is possible for her? Anything else? How is 2026 gonna be for Kim Ji-won when it comes to her career? How will the year 2026 be for Kim Ji-won? Okay, the Judgment. Okay, interesting. Alright guys, so last thing over here is I'm gonna get how will 2026 be looking for Kim Ji-won? How will Kim Ji-won's career be looking like in 2026? Truth to be told, building blocks. How will Kim Ji-won's career be in 2026? All that glitters. And last thing from here, anything else for Kim Ji-won's career? Wisdom. One more for Kim Ji-won's career. Blossoming. Okay, guys, sorry I picked so many cards, but I feel like there is a lot of information when it comes to Kim Jae-won's career. I already mentioned this, but I feel like she definitely is gonna continue being careful when it comes to choosing projects, getting into projects. She's definitely gonna be getting into things that are meaningful, and in characters maybe that she hasn't done before. All right. So I do see her possibly doing characters that, are deeper, emotional, or like serious, like acting roles. Like I feel like she is gonna be doing something different over here when it comes to her acting. And I feel like at some certain point she can definitely feel pressure when it comes to work or public life, and so sometimes she might choose her own peace and maybe be MIA for a bit, or be gone for a little while, just for her own peace and to give herself some self-care. I also feel like she can be starting this new project when it comes to herself, like maybe doing something like charity or some creative work or some self-improvement. I feel like maybe she can be working on something that is for herself, or for herself as Kim Ji-won as a name, okay? And so I feel like she can be in the process of building the blocks of that, okay? And also I feel like when it comes to her acting, again, I do feel like that she can do something that can make people international know about her, okay? I feel like she can definitely do something that can reach international reach as well, whether it's some sort of brand endorsement or something international, or just like a project that does so well that it even reaches people internationally. And also with all that glitters, I feel like that there can also be award nominations for her. All right. And I feel like definitely with wisdom, she's gonna definitely be learning a lot as well. When it comes to her characters, like I said, I already see her like learning a lot about the projects that she does. And I feel like also differently than the role that she is doing right now, there is gonna also be a character that she has to get into, that also it will require her to learn more about certain stuff. So I feel like definitely she is going to be choosing characters like that from now on, that are different and maybe something that she hasn't done before, okay? At the same time, you guys, I feel like there can be times where she faces obstacles, maybe competition, or certain like eternal blocks that sort of block her in a way, or there can be some certain people that try to get in her way or maybe say certain things, okay? So I feel like definitely she can get into those certain complications, okay? And so those will sort of test her a bit, of how she deals with things, okay? And I feel like definitely some decisions in 2026 will shape her career. That's why I feel like she's building blocks. There's things that she's working on, and she's also being very careful with the way that she chooses certain projects, is because I feel like 2026 does have potential to change the way that her career is gonna head from now on, and also her career growth, okay? So I do feel like definitely she also can get some good things that blossom for her, projects that do pretty well, and also maybe she could get more brand endorsements, or be ambassador of certain good brands, or get really good collaborations, okay? So yeah, guys, I feel like overall it's gonna be a transformation year for her. There can be definitely down moments, but she's definitely gonna work on building herself even more this year, and I feel like she's definitely gonna challenge herself a lot as well. Okay, now we are gonna get into her love life. Let's get into that. Alright, you guys, so now I'm gonna get into Kim Ji-won's current love life. How are things looking for Kim Ji-won currently when it comes to her love life? Oh, that was quick. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna get a few over here. How are things in Kim Ji-won's love life currently? How are things in Kim Ji-won's love life currently? Moving on, okay. How are things in Kim Ji-won's love life right now? Alright, guys. So when it comes to Kim Ji-won, I also mentioned this in the Q&A question I recently did for her. I do feel like that at the moment, she feels hanged up when it comes to her love life. I feel like there has definitely been some big change when it comes to her love life, and that made her feel that right now she needs to protect herself more. I feel like there was someone that she really thought they had potential. Things can get very serious between the two of them, like to the point of marriage, and everything just burned down in her eyes, okay? And so that really made her feel that she has lost a lot of trust in people. You know, she needs to be more selective when it comes to, you know, the people that she chooses and all of that. Though something that I'm also picking is that even though she got really hurt from that person, I do feel like that she still has trouble moving on or getting closure. That means that even though this connection right now isn't really stable, or like this person can come back later on, okay? But for the time being, I feel like she does view this bond as over, okay? And something about this bond is I feel like they sort of mirrored each other a bit, or maybe they were similar in some ways. And so they reflected each other, but at the same time, when one of them was dealing in something, that sort of reflected on the other. And so instead of talking things out in a positive way, I feel like when one of them was hurt, they just ended up hurting the other person, is what it feels like over here, okay? But I do feel like there is a King of Wands over here that has potential to build something with Kim Ji-won. Either Kim Ji-won acknowledges him already, or he will be someone that comes in. Alright, so I hope that made sense. Right now, I'm gonna get into what her love life can be in 2026, okay? Alright, let's see. How will the year 2026 be for Kim Ji-won when it comes to her love life and her connections? How will the year 2026 be for Kim Ji-won when it comes to her love life and her connections? Okay, wow. All right. Let's see here. Anything else for Kim Ji-won when it comes to her love life with this? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see here. Anything else for Kim Ji-won when it comes to her love life? Yep, I felt this. Okay. For Kim Ji-won. Okay. Alright, you guys, so I feel like 2026 is gonna be a year that is big for her when it comes to her love life. There's definitely new beginnings when it comes to love, and possibly somebody fully new coming into her life. And I feel like her feeling like the start of a new phase when it comes to her love. But at the same time, she is definitely going to be exploring connections cautiously. but at the same time, she is going to be curious about this new person that comes in. So you guys, like I mentioned, I feel like there is going to be someone new coming in. Either right now she already knows that person, knows about him, and something can develop more serious in the year 2026. Or she is going to fully get to know that person. Maybe he is around her right now, but she doesn't know him very well. Okay, so I do feel like with this person, things can definitely get very serious. Like I do feel like that definitely with this new person, things can definitely get into serious talks between the two of them. She can definitely think that this person is going to be a person that will stay with her long term, and they can get into long term commitment. I literally felt this when I saw the Seven of Pentacles, and then I got the engagement card. But the engagement card doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna get engaged. It can mean that, but I feel like there can be definitely talks of engagement and getting into something serious. Like I mentioned, Kim Ji-won, she doesn't get into relationships that are for fun or just short term. Like I feel like especially right now, she does think about relationships that will end up for her getting married with those people. And so I feel like with this person, definitely they can have talks regarding engagement, or maybe Kim Ji-won thinking that things can develop that way. So I do feel like with this person, definitely there can be talks of commitments or deepening their relationship on another level. Okay, and I do see that for Kim Ji-won, loyalty is very important. So I feel like definitely she can be careful when it comes to her choice. But I'm also getting here for her to keep an open mind. This person maybe can be a bit different from her usual type or her expectations. But I feel like whatever it is, this person is going to be someone that really makes her feel happy. But remember when I told you guys when I checked the current energy that that person that she thinks that things ended up with might enter her life again. It's so crazy how I got reconciliation here. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So I feel like when Kim Ji-won is starting to get comfortable with this new person, this person from the past is gonna come in and try to fix things between him and Kim Ji-won. And so things can definitely get hectic and definitely can get a bit, chaotic for Kim Ji-won about her, moving forward. And this person, I feel like, is gonna put her in a certain dilemma, even though when she feels that she's happy with this other person over here. Okay, so I feel like definitely this person has already taught her a lot of lessons, but I feel like when they come in again, it's gonna really teach her a lot more lessons and make her have some emotional work to finish before fully committing to this certain person. Or it's gonna test her bond with the new person that is coming over here. Okay, anything else when it comes to Kim Ji-won's love life? Anything else, Yin? Okay, anything else about Kim Ji-won and this person? Wow, yin and yang. This is crazy. I don't know if this is the first time I got this. I don't think I ever got yin and yang together, but it's so interesting of me getting those two. So when it comes to yin and yang, like I said, I feel like maybe this new person can be a bit different than maybe what she expected to be with. Maybe she didn't expect to be with someone like that, but I feel like they are gonna fit pretty well. I feel like they can be a bit different, but then when they come together, they fit like yin and yang. And so I feel like definitely this person is gonna make her feel homely. This person is gonna make her feel that she can grow old with this person and she would be happy with that. But like I said, I'm not saying that things can be confirmed with this new person, because I feel like the person from the past is going to be coming in and is going to stir things up. So I'm not sure how things are going to end, but for sure 2026 is going to be a very important year when it comes to her love life. Like I feel like it's going to be important for her with how things are going to head out for her. But I'm hoping all the best for her when it comes to certain aspects in her life. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading when it comes to Kim Ji-won. I would love to hear you guys' feedback down in the comments below. But also, you guys, if you have any other questions regarding Kim Ji-won or any other Korean celebrities or any other celebrities you guys like, I do have a membership where you guys can questions about your favorites answered. So if you guys are interested, I will have the link down in the description below. Other than that, thank you guys so much and hope to see you guys next time. Bye.